Okay, my name is Oyambo Peace Owe. I'm the SSA to the Governor on New Media and Social Networking. Was appointed December 2010, and that appointment is a very special appointment to me because it came about by the realization of the Chief Executive of Ssa State, which is Chief Timothy Silva, that the world has become a global village. There is no point deceiving ourselves that we can disseminate information the way it ought to be without using the new media. And showing special interest in this field and this platform, he decided to appoint someone to take charge of that sector so that there will be no vacuum in terms of governance in that sector. Bielsa Connect, it's a very strong group. I like it. I chat on it every day. I go through it. It came about for the same reason. You can say it's a non-governmental thing. It was, or it is, manned by two friends of mine. They do it independently from my own office, but I assist them in any way they can because I see that they are moving towards the right direction. It is not a party platform. It is not a party chat room, or it's not a party forum. It is a forum that was created because the young men decided that they should get people with like minds in terms of how do we move Ssa State forward. And I noticed that people of like minds are out there on the internet. Consumers of like minds are out there on the internet. They have come together on that platform. Most times to come up, of course, they tend to diverge or go away from the exact intention of the administrators. But we try to, they try to bring them back once in a while. The point I'm trying to make here is that it is a group set up for the sole purpose of moving Bielsa forward. If you look at the posts by the administrators, they always tell us how do we move our state forward. For those that have lost hope, most people don't even know how their state looks like. They have not been to Bielsa State in a long while, and of course they feed on the information, especially the negative information that has been put out there by mostly the opposition, because they think that they are discrediting the state and it will hurt the incumbent governor. But unfortunately, that is not the point. When you discredit your state, you lose a lot. If there's so much negative information about my state, and I go out there to discuss with members, even other people in Nigeria that are not from Bielsa State, and they laugh at me. They say, "Oh, is it not your state that we saw this thing about on the internet?" So you discredit your state for political reasons or for selfish reasons, and at the end of the day, we lose investors. Because when investors want to come, the first thing they do, whether we like it or not, they go on the internet. And what do they see? They see negative stories. So we lose a lot of things. We lose investors, we lose industries, hotels are going down. So that is the area where Chief Timothy Silva has come to play. He has brought security back. We know the security challenges in Bielsa State when he came on board. This militancy issue. He, in fact, initiated the idea of amnesty. And you can see how amnesty has helped today. It has been very sustainable. Everybody is happy. The freedom fighters that, or let's say the militants, they have now been taken care of. You can hear from here and there how they go abroad or even do trainings within Nigeria. So he did all that. He did not see, he saw the need to to come to dialogue with them, and for them to come to a consensus at them whereby they will meet minds and agree on something. That is where the amnesty thing came about. He initiated it. However, he has done that. He has put what he's doing right now. He's putting the basic amenities in place that will attract investors, as well as Bayelsans enjoying the prosperous Bayelsa state.
Thank you very much.
Fortunately for us, the governor himself goes on the internet. Not just on the internet, he interacts with people a lot. Most times we have a lot of interactive sessions. Sometimes we even do informal ones where 2, 3, 20 people out there come together and meet with him. So he interacts a lot with people. In fact, he tends to be one of the most accessible governors in Nigeria. However, you should know that there are certain challenges and there are certain things that come with leadership, negative and positive. You don't expect that everything should be positive. If you're there as a leader without critics, it will be funny. So, it never happens. People, even when you're there doing the right thing, people must criticize you. It is how you use diplomacy to manage the situation. That's the most important thing. If you see, sometimes it hurts because you just see people talking for talking's sake. They don't go out there to verify things for themselves. So when you see people like that, you are not in the same shoes with them. You are their leader, so you cannot react to things the same way. Even me, in my position, I don't react to people the same way other people react to those commentators on Facebook and other this thing. In fact, the sweet thing about the internet is that it's very interactive. When you're sending an information out, people are either criticizing or adopting that information you have passed out. It's very interactive. You get quick response. Is it good? So it actually helps in decision making, policy making. It helps. It is quite instructive. The governor hears directly from the people, so there is no way to twist the story. When someone says this, you look at it, you use diplomacy to manage it. Most times, I don't need to go and pass the information to him. He goes on the internet, he sees it himself. When he sees anything, if he doesn't like the language the person uses, sometimes we correct it. Even on this platform like Bayelsa Connect, the other day I saw the administrator putting out that insultive and abusive barbaric language should not be used on that platform, which is the right thing to do for me. I think it's the right thing to do because it seems that people forget why they join forum. People forget the actual use of the social media. So you have to correct it. However, once in a while, when people use such languages, you cannot kill yourself. Neither can you look for them to fight with them. It's a wide village. So he has to manage that situation. I have to manage it too. I don't want to steal the glory. It was done by, like I told you, the administrators of Bayelsa Connect. The initiation, they got the initiative, and they sold it to me that this is what they want to do, and I was very excited because pictures can be framed, write-ups can be framed, voices can be framed. But when you go there and you see these things by yourself, it makes a lot of difference. There's some people that are very adamant. Those people, you just take them there. In fact, while the tour was going on, I was monitoring the comments on the internet, and everybody was like, we want to see the pictures of you guys making this tour. They want to see the people really going there, and so it doesn't mean that all along all the pictures they have been seen on the internet has been fictitious. I wonder if they think that I will or any other person will have the time to frame pictures and go and put on the internet to please people. When I put things on the internet, I tell you, this site, the project site is here. You can go and verify yourself. But I think it has to do with orientation, the way people think around here. they need extra, you need to put in extra effort to show them. It's not about, like I said, it's not a party thing, it's to show them what is on ground. When they see, and I will tell you more often than not, when they go out or whenever we go out on tour, people open their mouths in shock. That I am very sure of. So that will tell you that a lot of misinformation has gone around, or a lot of disbelief. But when they go on ground, they see it. So obviously that is what happened today, and I'm very pleased. And of course, I want to appreciate the administrators of Bielsa College. Going to the packages, Facebook, Twitter, everything that has to do with the internet. It's to me, I take it as if it's not something stiff. It's very sleazy. So most times we do this kind of interactive forum just between ourselves, task ourselves with different questions, and do research on on our state, of course, with the intention of trying to develop the state, because development has to come from within. If we don't even appreciate development, we don't expect it to come from just the government. So we do these things most times. Even all the chats we do on the internet, most times are directed towards how do we work together to build a better Bielsa. So those that's what even gave birth to the recently organized 120 Facebook friends meeting with the governor, and a lot of his friends came live to see him in Yenagoa. Some came from even outside Yenagoa. Some are not even Bielsans. They came and they saw a lot of things, and they were very excited. However, not every one of them had a chance to ask questions. We had previously organized other sessions like that, but in a smaller group. That was the first group that was very large, and he was not able to address each issue coming from everybody, but we know that he touched on major issues which has to do with health, has to do with infrastructure development. He talked about education. So I mean that's what we're talking about. Those kind of packages. Before the end of the year, we're expecting to do 2 more meetings, God willing, and if we can do those meetings, it will help, of course, to still bring all these things. We're talking about how to gather ourselves together. We're talking about synergy here. So if we can still do 2 more of such meetings, even if it's in a less informal manner, it will help. Then for my or to everybody else is that I know very well for sure Bielsa State is not what it used to be.